There are men that don't come see their children because they don't want to deal with a woman that acts like you. I'm keeping it real. But
Paternity court is where relationships are tested under pressure. DNA results settle arguments that words never could. Every episode delivers tension, sharp turns, and moments that completely shift the future of families.
I need to ask you this. What in the world would possess you to cheat on your husband 1 month?
What starts as suspicion often ends with life-changing answers, and sometimes those answers come at a heavy emotional cost. Let's start with Sterling and Harris, a pair tied together by a messy on and off connection spanning 15 years. You see, their long history is filled with arguments, mistrust, and unresolved issues. And at the center of the dispute is their 11-month-old baby boy, Kesan. Sterling wants Harris to officially accept that he is Kesan's biological father. Harris, however, arrives exhausted and emotionally drained. He believes he has spent months caring for a child who may not be his, and that belief has pushed him to his limit.
You've come to get the DNA proof you need to remove your name from the birth certificate and finally get Miss Harris out of your life. Is that correct?
The doubt did not come from nowhere. Over time, Sterling repeatedly made statements during arguments suggesting that Kesan was not Harris's child. These comments slowly broke down whatever trust remained. Harris explains that during Sterling's pregnancy, she openly told him the baby might belong to someone else. That admission stayed with him, creating emotional distance before Kesan was even born. Instead of excitement and bonding, the pregnancy became a period filled with anxiety and suspicion. As the case unfolds, the courtroom atmosphere tightens, accusations are exchanged, and emotions rise quickly.
First of all,
what did she tell you?
It is his baby, and he knows it's his baby.
That is not the truth.
It is his baby.
She tells me when we get to arguing, this is not your baby. And
yeah, because he get on my nerves, and I don't want him to be in my life.
Harris admits that he was intimate with another man just weeks before being with Sterling, adding another layer of uncertainty to the situation. That admission only deepens the confusion around Kesan's paternity. Sterling demands the truth be revealed, pushing for DNA testing to end the arguments once and for all. When the results are finally revealed, the outcome hits hard. Harris is confirmed as Kesan's biological father.
Mr. Sterling, you are the father.
Exactly. So what you got to say now,
You
baby?
are his father.
All this, next. See, you know, we got to leave here. You know that.
The truth settles the question that haunted the relationship for months. However, the ruling does not end the conversation. Judge Lake addresses Sterling's behavior directly, explaining how repeated doubts and careless words can push fathers away from their children.
There are men that don't come see their children because they don't want to deal with a woman that acts like you. I'm keeping it real. But
The judge stresses that actions like these do lasting damage, not just to relationships, but to the child caught in the middle. While paternity is proven, the emotional consequences remain unresolved. The next case takes an unexpected turn, introducing Mr. and Mrs. Hendrick.
And it was so uncomfortable with our past and with our life that I didn't even stay in the house. I took our car and I wound up driving around town, wasting gas, falling asleep in it.
Unlike most appearances on Paternity Court, this dispute involves a married couple. Even more shocking, this is not their first time facing accusations of infidelity. In the past, Mrs. Hendrick questioned her husband's loyalty. Now the roles have reversed. Mr. Hendrick believes his wife may have cheated and doubts whether he is the biological father of their baby. Mrs. Hendrick enters the courtroom confident and composed. She insists without hesitation that the baby is her husband's. She points to physical similarities, claiming the child looks exactly like Mr. Hendrick, almost like a mirror image. Despite her confidence, Mr. Hendrick struggles emotionally. He admits that he does not feel a strong bond with the baby.
I don't feel that bond like I do with my other children. I mean,
I even named him after your dad, I mean.
He barely looks like me. I'm not seeing any characteristics. He don't have any of my personal features. I don't know.
You must be blind.
I'm not seeing it as well as the others.
Which only intensifies his doubts and emotional distance. The situation escalates when the root of the conflict is revealed. Mr. Hendrick discovered Facebook messages sent by one of Mrs. Hendrick's co-workers. The messages were inappropriate and crossed clear boundaries. Seeing them planted seeds of suspicion that quickly grew into mistrust.
Partying
Refusing
and
to
doing
come home.
things that refusing to come home.
She never came home.
At night?
Never. She'd
I
always
would
stay
be at my family member's
She'd stay at
house.
family members' house.
You knew
drinking
where I
till early
was.
in the
I
morning.
mean, I'm a very predictable person.
You would come home long enough to change your clothes, take a shower, leave again.
Mrs. Hendrick responds by admitting to a mistake but minimizes its severity.
Had started a bonfire and everything. One of his friends that he'd hung out with and worked with came over. While we were hanging out, we were drinking whiskey, and I had ended up kissing him. And I immediately called him and asked him to come and get me. And I told him what happened, and he said, "Where are you?" I told him. He came, and he ended up leaving without me. And I remember up to that point, and then after that, I don't. I mean, I don't remember because I kept drinking.
She acknowledges kissing another man, but insists it went no further. With conflicting stories and lingering resentment, the truth feels impossible to untangle. The courtroom waits as the DNA results are revealed. The outcome brings clarity.
Mr. Hendricks, you are the father.
Told you had no reason. I mean, you didn't need to doubt me.
Miss Hendricks, he did. And there was reason.
It was
to doubt
there.
him.
I'm sorry.
We
It
got
was-
the
it was
answer
there.
we wanted.
Mr. Hendrick is confirmed as the biological father of the baby. While the result answers the central question, it does not erase the damage caused by mistrust and emotional distance. The ruling confirms paternity, but it also highlights how fragile the marriage has become after months of doubt and accusations. The final case shifts focus to Mr. and Mrs. Kell, a married couple facing deep emotional strain. Mrs. Kell appears in court visibly affected, carrying both the weight of pregnancy and the burden of uncertainty. She questions whether her husband is truly the father of her unborn child, a doubt that has taken a serious toll on her mental and emotional well-being.
Mrs. Kesan, you say it breaks your heart to stand in court to prove that your husband is not your unborn child's father, but you know the truth. Another man is.
The experience has made it difficult for her to enjoy what should have been a joyful time.
It has affected me in a huge way, not only just our marriage, but my pregnancy as well, because it's hard for me to necessarily, I mean, yes, I'm excited for it, but it makes it harder when there's so much stress put into the pregnancy. Rather than being everybody together, having a good time for like a baby shower, say we were supposed to have a baby shower.
Mr. Kell approaches the situation with determination. He expresses a strong desire to save the marriage and prove that he is the biological father.
So you found out you were pregnant first, and then you knew you had to tell your husband.
Yes.
Because you knew there was a possibility this other man could also be, your ex could be the child's biological
Yes.
father.
He believes the DNA test can restore trust and allow them to move forward. However, the case takes a dramatic turn when Mrs. Kell admits to cheating just 1 month after getting married. The revelation stuns the courtroom and adds another layer of complexity to an already fragile relationship. Mrs. Kell explains that the infidelity stemmed from unresolved feelings tied to a previous relationship and the pressure of a marriage that moved too quickly.
Really rushed into a relationship. We had been dating on and off, but it was back and forth with my ex and him. We both have broke up a couple times over while we were dating. And then when we got married, it just was kind of like a let's go do this kind of thing.
Despite the confession, Mr. Kell does not give up hope. He expresses belief in the relationship and feels confident based on perceived similarities between himself and the unborn baby.
And how does it make you feel that your wife is saying, I don't think you are the father?
That hurts extremely bad, seeing that I'm there. Instead of it just being, you might not be the father, she's saying she thinks I'm not. And that dampens the mood between us.
His faith reflects a desire to hold the family together, even under extreme emotional pressure. As the court prepares to reveal the prenatal DNA test results, the tension reaches its peak.
And now, Mr. Kesan, when were you intimate with your wife?
We were intimate on the 8th.
You were?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so that's gonna be a K for Mr. Kesan. I gotta ask you this, Ms. Kesan, when were you intimate with your ex? Which day?
The 7th and the 9th.
Mr. Kesan, you are the father. I know that has to feel good.
A little bit.
How's it feel, sir?
Amazing.
I'm so happy for you. And I know those are tears of joy. And I can imagine you have cried the other kinds of tears.
Each of these cases highlights a different side of paternity disputes, showing how mistrust, silence, and emotional wounds can spiral into life-altering conflicts. Paternity Court does more than reveal biological truth. It exposes patterns of behavior, unresolved pain, and the consequences of words spoken in moments of anger. What do you guys think? Do drop your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll meet again in the next episode.